Welcome. So this is part 2 of a two series video where I am going to show you how to find a company website. Now whether you run it on an IDE tool like Anti-Gravity or Cloud Code, or whether you use tools like Make.com, Nnet and Zapier, this series of two-part video is about how you select the right actor for your task. Running it on the platform comes much later. So here's the thing, our goal objective is to find an actor which will help me find websites if I have the name of, say, the educational institute or the company name or the organization name. This is our basic task. So first you go to apify.com. Okay, this is what how the page will look like. I have not logged in, nothing. I just say find company website. I do try it now. See, it gives me 1302 actors. Now, in my video, I had mentioned, I think, 1274 actors, but given the last couple of days when I made the presentation and I recorded the earlier video versus today, number of actors have gone up. And this is the other thing you have to realize, that this is what they call a marketplace where various kind of people try and make actors for, say, a similar objective, or they combine in various permutations and combinations and they price it accordingly, and it is for you to judge which one is going to be useful for you. So now what I am going to do is, I selected after a lot of testing, like I said, this one, company domain by API Oracle, and this is what I used, and it was created by, say, a gentleman called Leo Perron. Now let's go into it in a little bit of more depth. I go to my console because I have already logged in. I have a Gmail account, and this, by the way, is my free account. If I was to really run the task, I have around, say, a $5 free subscription, of which I have used just 13 cents. But if I had to use the full run, say for 1000 all, then I would have had to pay for the actor. Now, how does it look? I have gone to the actor, okay, and here's the thing, I have company domain. Okay, I have opened the actor. Now look, it has its own URL, it has a company domain called a name, it has a clipboard thing which you can copy and paste. Here is what you need to see: input information, that is, what is it that it does, its overview, features, input, how does a sample input look like, what does the output look like. Okay, here look on the right hand side, it has the active metrics, how many people have used it so far, what is the monthly active users, what's the rating it has, what part of it is the runs succeeded, etc. So you have to just see this part of the information very clearly. I have probably run it a couple of times, so it shows 12 runs, integrations, monitoring issues, uh, monitoring, here's the thing, issues, if it is facing any issues at that point in time or not. So if you see an actor which is facing a lot of issues and the responses are not coming on time, that should also be a red flag. Then you go to the reviews, see what people have said. Okay, and this is how you do it. Now let's say I have gone back here to inputs, and I have to give it name of the company. So the last company that I gave was here, IITG Bioness Bioincubation Center, because this is how it typically might look like. You need to give the name of a country and you need to start, and that way it will give you the result. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. When we go to make.com, however, what we will have to do is, we will save it as a new task. All right, it will give you the title, which you have to give some title, because you have to eventually plug it into make.com, and it will give you a unique name, and then you continue. Now I already have this actor saved as a task. The way I run it in make.com is, I create tasks for the actor, give it a name, and then I will plug it in my scenario. Some people directly tend to use actors, but that's not how I do. But then it really depends how you want to do it. Now once I have saved this as a new task, see over here, I have actors run save tasks. If I had saved that task again with a new name, it would have come here, but I have already saved the task. So you see, company domain enag is what I gave, and this is what I plugged into my make.com. Now let's go to the make.com scenario and I'll show you how to work on the rest. Okay, so continuing, we have saved our tasks and we are going to use the company domain tasks. This is the Google Sheet that I created for this task because this is in line with the requirements of the actor. It simply needs an organization name and the website is what it will fill after it has done a successful run. Okay, so this is all I need. It's very simple that way. So I've gone to make.com. I have already logged in. This is how the home page looks like when I open. So I go to my scenarios. I have gone into my company folder. I have selected the scenario that I need to show you. It is already built. I will not be building it live, but I will show you exactly what needs to go. So that you know, I have named it demo company name domain. So this is how you do it. You add a module. Once you click on here, it will show you how to fetch one. So you could do Google Sheets API. I have once you select on a module, like say Google Sheets, then it will give you the subtask that it can perform. So let's just get on to it. Let me delete this. My first is my Google Sheets search rows, right? Because if I've put 241 say company names, it has to search the rows to get the names of the companies for which it needs to search. You can simply add your Gmail connection. It's very step by step procedure, just takes a couple of minutes. Then I have chosen my file name. In that Gmail account I have lots of files, so I have chosen incubator, which is what I have prepared for this. Then in that I have prepared and selected the sheet name. I had shown you this sheet. It is called make underscore demo, and this is the sheet that I have chosen. I have not touched anything after that, and I've just kept the limit as 2, which is, and I save it. Now look at Apify. Here I have chosen run a task. In run a task, again, you give your Apify connection. And how do you get your Apify connection? You go to the settings part and you will go into API integrations, and this is where you will get your API key. Okay, so what you need to do is simply add, give it a name. I have given it my company name, and then you just plug in your API key. Then when you do a task, because you have already saved your tasks, I have 2 tasks saved over here, if you see, and that is why it will show up as my 2 tasks. I will now pick up the one which is for company domain. You run synchronously, means you run the companies one after the other, not all at one go. This will just help you keep your sanity. Now what do you need to do over this input part? This is the interesting part. When you go over here, you have an input which is the JSON, which means you just simply copy paste the whole thing, come over here and paste it. Okay, because this will give it a structure. In here you have to give your country, which in my case is India, which I have plugged in, and then you have to give the name of the company which you need to search. So what happens is, I, instead of manually writing what company I need to search, I will put in the organization name from here. So if it's a list of 241 companies, it will keep on picking up the names one after the other. Then after you've run it, you fetch the dataset ID. How do you get that? From here, you will go down and you will get the default dataset ID is what you need to pick. Once you come over here, it will start vibrating, and this is how you know. You save this, then you iterate. Once you run, it will also give you all the output. So what you need to do is individually run each module and keep on saving it. And then you again have the Google Sheets, where this time you will click on update a row, where you will update the row numbers. Okay, and then again here you will fetch the organization name from the first part, the organization name, and the value, that is the value that it has returned, which is supposed to be your correct website, is what you'll plug it over here, save it and run it. This is not a very difficult scenario to create, and once you've done it, like in my case, I tested it, it's come out correct. So, like you saw, it is not a very, very difficult scenario to execute. I really hope that you found this video useful. I create honest videos for people who run small companies, solopreneurs, so that they can improve their life's productivity and life balance by incorporating intelligent automations and workflows in their businesses. And please feel free to comment whether you like the video, would you like to see something similar to that, and I will put it my best efforts to give you what you have asked for. It really motivates me. So build, scale, optimize using automation. And this is Antra from An Automate. Thank you and have a nice week ahead.